Hey guys, welcome back to Mind State, where we help you reach your full potential. In today's video, we will be discussing 7 ways to sharpen your focus and improve concentration. It's hard to stay focused in the face of constant distraction. In today's always connected world, diversions are mere clicks away. Even during quiet moments, distraction is literally at your fingertips as you find yourself checking Instagram notifications or news updates on your phone. The ability to focus and concentrate is the key to success. Whether you're trying to finish a report at work or completing a marathon, your ability to focus can mean the difference between success and failure. If it was simple, then we would all have the razor-sharp concentration of an elite athlete. It will take some real effort on your part, and you may have to make some changes to some of your daily habits. Here are some tips and tricks from psychology that can help you develop laser-like mental focus and concentration. Number 1. Test your mental sharpness. If you find it easy to stay alert, set goals and break tasks up into smaller parts, and take short breaks before getting back to work, then you probably have very good focus skills. If you daydream regularly, can't tune out distractions, or lose track of your progress, then you might want to improve your mental focus. It takes practice, but with some good habits and being mindful of your distractibility, you can strengthen your concentration skills. Number 2. Eliminate distractions in order to focus on the task at hand. Distractions are the bane of our existence. It's easy to underestimate the number of distractions that prevent us from concentrating. A radio blaring in the background or an obnoxious coworker who constantly drops by your cubicle to chat can easily ruin your focus. You might find it tricky to deal with these interruptions. Turning off a TV or a radio isn't always as simple as it sounds, especially if you're working at home. One way to deal with this is to set aside a specific time and place and request to be left alone for that period of time. Another alternative is to seek out a calm location where you know you will be able to work undisturbed. Libraries and coffee shops are great spots if they're quiet enough, but beware if they're too noisy. You can also try using earplugs or noise-canceling headphones while working in noisy environments. In addition, it helps if you have a dedicated workspace where you can keep away from distractions as much as possible, even if it's just locking yourself in a closet. Number 3. To stay focused, limit the number of things you focus on. In order to figure out how to get more done, it's important to take a step back and critically evaluate what you're doing or trying to do right now. Multitasking can feel like a time-saving strategy, but in reality, it's more likely to be counterproductive. Our brains are actually quite bad at multitasking, and that's not just because we're trying to do 2 things at once. A lot of our perceived difficulty comes from the simple fact that we're trying to focus on multiple things simultaneously, which is a lot harder than focusing on one thing at a time. The solution? Stop multitasking and start focusing. When you focus on one task at a time, you reduce the amount of mental resources needed for each individual task and are able to give each task your full attention. This means that when you finish something up and move on to another task, it will be easier for you because you won't have as many distractions pulling your attention away from what's important right now. You'll be able to stay focused on what matters most in this moment. Number 4. Live in the moment and make the most of each second. Have you ever found yourself thinking about what you're going to have for dinner later? Or wondering if your boss is going to ask you to stay late? Or worrying about what might go wrong at your next meeting? Well, if so, then you know how it feels when your mind isn't fully present in the moment and focused on what's really important. You might not even realize that this kind of rumination, worry or fear, is happening. You might just feel like something's not right or that something's off. And yet, this kind of mental distraction can be incredibly disruptive, especially when it comes to staying productive at work or maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So what do we do about it? Well, one solution is being present. Being present means putting away distractions, whether they're physical, your mobile phone, or psychological, your anxieties, and being fully mentally engaged in the current moment. Being present is also essential for recapturing your mental focus. If you want to stay focused on what really matters at a specific point in time, then you need to stay engaged in the here and now. Are you liking the video so far? Before we get back, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell to get notified of our new uploads. Now let's get right back to it. Number 5. Mindfulness is the art of being in the moment. Mindfulness meditation is like a cool drink of water in the middle of a desert. You know, sometimes you'll be doing something like driving or working on your computer, and then all of a sudden, you realize that you've been doing it for hours and don't even remember what happened in between. That's what mindfulness meditation helps with. It helps you stay focused on the present moment so that you're not getting lost in your thoughts or worrying about what might happen next. And because our brains are always trying to predict what's going to happen next, this skill is really important if you want to be able to focus on what's happening right now. In fact, there was one study where they had human resources professionals engage in simulations of the sort of complex multitasking they engaged in each day at work. Answering phones, scheduling meetings, writing memos with sources of information pouring in from multiple sources, including by phone calls, emails, and text messages. Some of the participants received 8 weeks of training in using mindfulness meditation techniques during these tests, which took place over 6 hours, while others did not receive any training. The results? The ones who practiced mindfulness meditation were able to perform their tasks faster and more accurately than those who didn't practice it. And they also reported lower levels of stress and fatigue at the end of their workday. Number 6. Take a short break to relax and rejuvenate. We all know that long, uninterrupted stretches of focus are a necessity for getting things done. But sometimes it's hard to keep your concentration going for more than a few hours. This is because our brains have developed over time to seek out new sources of stimulation, which helps us stay alert and engaged throughout the day. This helps explain why we can get so easily distracted by email or social media notifications, or even by something as simple as a change in scenery. But if you're trying to get through a major project and need to stay focused for hours on end, don't worry. There are ways to avoid distraction without losing focus. It just takes a little planning ahead. For example, when you know you have an important task coming up that requires concentrated attention, try taking some mental breaks throughout the day. This could be as simple as taking a walk around the block, even if it's only for 5 minutes, or riding your bike around town. Anything that provides an opportunity for physical change will help keep your mind fresh and ready for action when it matters most. Number 7. Keep on doing what you're doing. You know those moments when you realize you've got something to say, but by the time you figure out how to say it, a minute has passed and the moment is gone? It's like the universe is telling you not to bother. We've all been there. It's not just us, it's professional athletes too. They spend years working on their mental focus so they can perform in the clutch. And if these athletes can do it, so can we. The first step is recognizing that being distracted is hurting your life. If you're struggling to accomplish your goals and getting sidetracked by unimportant details, it's time to start valuing your time more highly. By building your mental focus, you'll find that you can accomplish more and concentrate on the things in life that truly bring you success, joy, and satisfaction. Hi everyone! Thanks so much for watching Mind State. If you found these helpful and enjoyed watching our content, please click like and subscribe. We'll always provide excellent takes on anything and everything. And also, we'd love to know about your thoughts, so leave a comment below. See you next time!